After my week in Paris, I went to Morocco for the first time. I was amazed by the beautiful porch of the riad I was staying at. I'm in the Riad Armel, and I just got here in Marrakech for the first time. We were greeted with cookies and warm tea. After a snack, we headed out to the city. Our first stop was the Medina, or the market. It's filled with trinkets, snake charmers, and food. I was recommended by a friend to go to the Casbah Cafe for lunch. Moroccans love to eat on the rooftop because it's much more cooling there. I enjoyed a traditional beef kafta. Next on our list was to go to the Saadian tombs. A sultan chose to be buried with marble, decorative patterns, and pure gold. Waiting in line for the Saadian tombs. It's a bit of a line with a long wait, especially in the heat, but it is one of the top attractions in Marrakech. After strolling around the city, we made a stop at our riad to cool down. I admired the intricate and unique designs of the room. One of my favorite attractions was the Yves Saint Laurent Jardin Majorelle. It's a lush garden providing serene and relaxing vibes. The cobalt blue and the nature meld together so well. Our first day at Marrakech coming to an end, but first, dinner on another rooftop.
We have here, you ready, madam?
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
Here's what we actually had. A beef shank cooked for 5 hours in a jar. Day 2 in Morocco. We're going on a 3-day camping tour in the Sahara Desert. It was so nice of our hotel to let us pack some food for breakfast. Our first real stop of the tour was Ben Haddou. It features Moroccan's earthen clay architecture, and many movies have been shot here, like Gladiator and The Mummy. We were dropped off at our hotel and were greeted with more tea and cookies. Day 2 of our Sahara Desert trip. We're going to ride some camels at sunset. One of the stops is to visit a Berber village.
And the red is with the poppy flower, poppy. Amapola.
We learned more about the rug making process and had more tea.
This is more than 6 months old.
I fell in love with this rug, but decided not to take it home. We had a quick stop at the Todgha canyons, and this is my tour group. The temperature was so hot, but luckily we could cool down with popsicles and stay in the air-conditioned van. After lots of driving and stops, we finally made it to the Sahara Desert. Sahara Desert. Look at the beautiful sand dunes. The camels were not only a good mode of transportation, but they were also so cute! After an hour trek into the desert, we reached our campsite. The tents aren't much, but they'll do after a long day basking in the sun. We're doing a sunrise camel trek back to civilization. It's a beautiful sight to see the sunrise and take in the views of the never-ending sand. With our trek complete, our camels get to rest. Back at our hotel, but given a different room. Headed to dinner and didn't expect a show. If you're ever in Morocco, you have to go to a spa. They really scrub you down and use their black soap to exfoliate your skin. Last day in the Riyadh, and we had a delicious breakfast served. A last stop at the Medina to get some souvenirs. At the airport, I couldn't help but buy some Moroccan scrubs. Goodbye to Morocco, you were great to us. And hello to Lisbon. We were intrigued by our hotel. It was called Apart Hotel, and it really was more of an apartment. It had 2 bedrooms, a coffee maker, and a very spacious living room. And it even had a private porch. I just reached Lisbon, and I realized there's lots of hills. Walking to dinner now. After trudging up some hills, we stopped by an interesting restaurant that was pharmacy themed. You can see a weighing machine, hospital curtains, and even a cabinet with medication props. Pick-a-pow is a fried beef in gravy. Just finished eating dinner, and now we're gonna go get some chocolate cake. Because of the hills, Lisbon has 3 famous cable cars that run up and down the city. This chocolate cake was one of the best I've ever had. I tried one of their salty codfish cakes. It's one of their traditional snacks. To me, it's too salty, but it's worth a try. Lisbon is a relaxing vacation spot because of its waterside views and scenic overlooks. I'm a fan of food halls, so Time Out Market was perfect. It gets pretty crowded at night, but there's a lot of food to choose from. This codfish toast was actually very delicious and not too salty. Another day in Lisbon. Portuguese egg tart from the famous belem. After enjoying some breakfast, I walked around the Geronimos Monastery and took in some seaside views before visiting the Belem Tower. This tower was built in the 16th century and served as a gateway for Portuguese explorers. We took an Uber to Sintra to see the Palacio da Pena. This palace deserves a half day, to check out how they used to live in the castle and take the time to stroll around the gardens. My favorite restaurant was Au Jardin. I enjoyed the small plates and the unique octopus with grapefruit jelly. The last morning in Lisbon, I woke up to grab breakfast and buy some of my favorite Portuguese custard tarts to enjoy back in New York.